It's Friday, it's time to go live, and it is a beautiful day to generate some leads, make some money for your business. And that is exactly what we're going to be talking about today is an Ask Me Anything, meaning that while I'm live, while we're talking about some of these points and tips to generate leads and beefing up your lead generation, this is going to be the time that you can hop in, ask me any questions. I will share my thoughts with you. You can take it, leave it, run with it, make millions, don't. It's up to you. But today we are going to be talking about lead generation, everything that needs to go on with it, what it looks like, what it feels like, and give you some tactics if you're running ads, show you some tips if you are not running ads, and really just help you take your lead generation to the next level. So got everything shared in our magical group. If you are joining me, give me a hi. Let me know that you're here. You know I don't like talking to myself, but I will if I have to. But that's all right. So let me know that you're hanging out, and I'm going to be sharing my screen. We're going to hop back into Miro today, um, and give you guys give you guys some insights. Now, this is something that we have talked about before. So some of this is going to be a recap, but really the point of today is I want to show you guys, I want to help you think through an overarching strategy. So with that being said, hey, Brent, glad you are here. Will, glad you are here. Appreciate you guys being on with me today. All right, so what we're gonna be talking about is we're gonna be talking about the different strategies of lead generation. Now, if you're running ads or you're going at it organically, there's pros and cons to both sides, but there is a bigger strategy that plays in utilizing both of them. So what I'm experiencing with a lot of the clients that we're working with, when you start running ads, like let's say you get out there, you start a Facebook ad campaign, you start generating leads, people start coming into the CRM, they're clicking, they're getting your guides, they're doing whatever, they're coming in, they're showing up in your pipeline. One thing that we have noticed is that everybody just kind of rushes through the leads and they're trying to get them to sign up as fast as possible. Now, you will always have that low-hanging fruit from anything that you do. These people they're going to be interested, they're going to be excited. You'll get some of them that will just instantly come in and go, "Hey, I already know this is what I've been looking for. Let's go ahead and run with it." Um, but on top of that, we need to start thinking through, like, how are we going to be advertising, how are we going to be marketing to all these people that are coming in, what are we going to be doing overall. And that's what we're going to be doing today, is really focusing on what it looks like to be driving traffic, and then what it means to engage your list. Because when you start generating leads, that's one thing. Lead generation is not that hard. Converting leads into clients, that's where it gets difficult. So that's really what we're going to be focusing on today. And again, it's an Ask Me Anything. Any questions, throw them out in the chat. I am watching, so I will be answering any questions and working through it. So I'm going to use one of my Miro boards that I have previously used, because why duplicate content if you've already got it there and it's already set up. So first off, we're gonna take just kind of a we're gonna go through a we're going to go through just kind of a quick overview of some of the different ways that we can be looking at lead generation and what that really entails. Oh, it's a party now. James is on. So James, Will, Brent, glad you guys are all here. Glad you're hanging out with me today. I appreciate you guys. You guys are all rock stars in your own rights. So let's look at these lead generation strategies. We're going to start on the right, move our way left, just because we read backwards. So the first thing, one of the first ways that you can look at generating leads is cold outreach. Cold outreach is essentially you're buying a list. Now, in the modern age, before I say the modern age, I guess I am getting older. I'm 45 now. Previously, before the invention of AI and before the advancement of technology, what would happen is if you wanted to do cold outreach, you would like go to the credit bureaus, you'd buy a list. They would segment it based off of the demographics that they have available, and then hop in and you would get a list. And then from there, then you have to start thinking about um, uh, real 1 second. So you would have to buy a list, and you have to think about converting the list. There's a lot of really cool programs out there now, like Zoom Info. I know this one's a little bit pricier, but it's a platform that you can actually go in. You can see people. You can actually see what they're searching for, populate a list, and start engaging with them. Now, the tough part about this, when you start getting into like cold email outreach, starting to like buy lists, things like that, they're not expecting to hear from you. These are not hot. They're not opted in. These are just people that are out there searching the world. They're out there in the wild searching for things, and you're basically just interrupting them and going, "Hey, look what I have," and trying to get them to convert. So when you're looking at that, you have a cold lead list. In order to convert this lead list, it's going to require um, cold email software. Now, just as a side note for all of you guys who are watching, do not use your Profit Lifter account or Go High Level account to do cold email outreach. They will shut you down instantly. They'll stop you from sending emails. Really, just put you just basically they'll just say no, we're not doing that. You need something that has a cold that focuses on cold emails. Now, the other side of that is you can use like a personal account, like if you have a like a Google Workspace account, you can use that. You can use Outlook, and there are some softwares that tie into it. And I can't think of any of them off the top of my head. But the other side is that when you're doing cold email outreach, the other thing that you have to watch out for is protecting your domain name. Now, when I talk about protecting your domain name, there's a couple different ways. The reason this is so vital is your domain name is it operates off of what's called domain authority or domain reputation. If you start cold emailing people and they start declaring you as spam, your domain name will get flagged. And it's not only going to have an impact on your email delivery, but it's also going to impact your SEO ranks. It's going to impact your website showing up. It's even going to impact when people show up at your site if Google or Safari or any of the browsers will label you as a spam site. So you've got to be very careful. This is where disposable domain names come in. A lot of the cold email software that's out there will actually let you go through and buy these disposable domains for like $5, and they don't have to be great. Like it could be profitlifter1.com, like things that nobody else is going to buy, nobody else is going to use. But you can set these up. You can set these up so that you're going to be able to, like, if they go bad, if they end up getting reported as spam, it's disposable. You throw it out, you move on to the next one. Hey, Timberly, glad you were here. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're having an amazing day. I know I'm definitely looking forward to our 3-day weekend with Memorial Day. Maybe hit the lake, hit the pool, something fun like that. So cold outreach is one way that you can generate leads. Let's hop back over to Miro here. Next up, we've got search marketing. So search marketing, this is really going to encompass. These are really going to encompass your search engines. And search marketing is different than placement marketing, meaning that your results show up specifically because of the keywords that somebody is searching. So this is going to be obviously like Google, Yahoo, Bing, click ads. Like there's just a big plethora of these. But it's basically going to be any search engine. So what it's doing with your search marketing is it's putting up a display ad based off of their search history. So if they're looking for high limit business credit lines and that's what you're advertising, that's what's going to show up. That's what's going to get you access. Let me close this because my team's going to blow me up here while I'm live. It always happens. So search marketing is a very, very good way of being able to drive traffic. So if I'm starting from scratch, like let's say I've gone through the whole setup, I've got everything that I need. The first two places that I'm going to focus on, my first place that I'm actually going to focus is actually going to be paid social media, and I'm going to show you why here in just a minute after we kind of do the breakdown of these, because when you see the strategy behind it, it's going to tie it all in a lot more. Because when you're looking at advertising marketing, and advertising, you need to make a very clear distinction between the two. Marketing is one thing, advertising is another. Advertising is the act of going out and driving traffic back to your marketing. So your marketing is what's converting leads into clients. Your advertising is telling people about it, bringing awareness, driving traffic to your funnels, getting people in, getting them paying, getting them moving forward. So always keep that in mind. There's a difference between advertising, difference between marketing. Marketing is going to convert your leads into clients. Advertising is going to drive the leads into your funnels. So if I was looking at it, like I said, I would start on paid social media. We'll get into that. But your paid social media ads are going to be just that. This is going to include things like there's going to be Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, anywhere that's social media, TikTok, um, even running things on Pinterest. And I'll tell you a little secret: Credit Suite's done really well advertising on Pinterest. I don't know why. Like I'll be honest, I don't even understand the concept of advertising on Pinterest. If I'm being completely honest on it, I think it's kind of this like magical hybrid between search marketing and paid social media. But either way it goes. But you've got so these are kind of your three main quick and quick. I'm not going to call them easy, but these are going to be your quick traffic campaigns. The reason is because, like with a cold outreach, like let's say you buy a list of 20,000 people, you start segmenting, you start sending out your emails, and you start engaging with them. They're going to start opting in immediately, and they're going to be opting in, going, okay, yeah, this sounds great, let's go with it, or let's at least get a guide, let's do something. Now, when you're running these ads, you can see right down here that I've got lead magnets in here. The reason that I have lead magnets is because when you start running ads, if you want to collect the most leads possible, the fastest possible, give them something for free. This goes back to the dating analogy that I like to use because I think it's so incredibly relevant. Basically, what you're doing is you're saying, hey, I'm going to pay to get into this bar, and now that I'm in this bar, I see this person over here that looks like they're going to fit. And from there, I'm going to buy them a drink. I'm going to pay for their drink and give them something to reciprocate the ability or a reason to talk to them. So you're going, hey, look, I've got this free guide over here that's going to show you how to build business credit without a personal guarantee. It's going to show you how to build a website without any coding. It's going to show you how to build a funnel, whatever your lead magnet is. When they opt in, now they're giving you permission. They're saying, hey, thanks for the drink. Yeah, let's talk for a little bit. Let's chat. And then from there, you start moving them through your funnels, which can be consultation, moving them into retargeting campaigns, which can come over all this stuff, or will cover all this. Will have the ability to retarget, meaning that if you're running traffic and you start running retargeting ads, it means everybody who's clicked on your social media ad, everybody who's engaged with your search marketing, they will be retargeted across all of these platforms, which is beautiful because it just opens up a world of opportunities for it. All right, so these are kind of your paid. These are your paid routes. Next, let's look at SEO. Again, guys, this is a recap. I know I've talked about this before, but I think it's so incredibly important that I don't feel like we can talk about this enough just to help you guys get this down. SEO, search engine optimizations, optimizing your websites, optimizing your funnels so that you can get that Google juice, that you can get ranked, that you can get going with it. And SEO really revolves around content. SEO is a form of search marketing because what you're doing is you're optimizing your site, you're answering questions so that when somebody's looking, that they will that you will show up first. When you're looking at SEO, local SEO by far is the easiest to accomplish. Make sure you have like your Google My Business page up, and posting on Google My Business goes. It's kind of the hidden formula of quickly improving your search engine optimization is posting on Google My Business locally. But like when you get into SEO really revolves around content because again, it's a form of search marketing. So the content that's on your website needs to have your keywords. And then once you get into it, there's a lot of things like the structure, the hierarchy of the site, all these different things that impact your search engine optimization. But that is something that, like, if you want to learn on your own, you want to get out there and do it, that is something you could do on your own. But once you kind of break past the local SEO and you start getting into more regional or national search engine optimization, that's where that's where it's really going to take money to get a professional in who just studies this, because, excuse me, it's a whole multi-billion-dollar industry in and of itself, just as a search engine optimization. So SEO is really good, very important for what you do. Establishing backlinks, there's a whole like process to it. Next, you have your affiliate marketing. This is going to be having an affiliate plan that you're going out, you're capitalizing on your networking, you're engaging with your clients, you're giving them the ability to get set up, and it leads into bigger partnerships with like JV relationships where they're going to be able to come in and really integrate what you're doing on a deeper, more partner type level. And this works well like when you start dealing with like influencers on social media, people who have, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions even of followers. This is where the JV partnerships really start taking off and start really coming to life, is with that. Then you've got like your local networking, getting out to BNI groups, getting out to different chamber of commerce, any of those events. And again, never show up empty-handed. Always have something. And being involved in your community, guys, will do just absolute dreams for your marketing. Meaning that if you're involved in your community, you're showing up at events, you're volunteering, you're being there. The networking just explodes and almost goes viral the more you're plugged into your local community. For example, I have this bad habit of sponsoring it's a great habit, actually. It's a great opportunity. But I've had the opportunity to sponsor several golf tournaments with St. Jude's, and it's amazing because like you get all these business owners out there who are coming in, they're playing golf, they're having fun. We're sitting out there handing out towels or whatever, something, just something fun for them to engage with. Beer works really well, just as a hint, or giving away shots at a hole does really well if you ever have to sponsor a golf tournament. But from there, what happens is people, they get to know you. It's not a high pressure sale. It's like, hey, I'm Keith with Profit Lifter. Here, have a drink. Here's what we do. They go hit the ball. They have fun. You collect their email, and then you follow up with them. And it's a great way because even if they're not a great fit for your business, the fact that you laughed with them, you had fun with them, you were out there hanging out with them, and they had a no pressure obligation, or they had a no pressure event going on, that you're just getting to know them, it just really helps build that friendship, so they're more likely to refer you. Next, you have your organic social media side, which is going to be having groups that you can manage, being in there, posting, going live, all of this stuff that goes with it, going into other groups, starting to network, starting to do online network, and running your short videos and posts. So this is kind of the overview of what a lead generation, what a kind of a bootstrap lead generation model looks like. Now, let's start talking about why diversity in your marketing and your advertising is so critical to your success. Because I run into this constantly, and it's a big thing to understand. Um, all right, let's say you're just getting started and you're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to do social media. Like, obviously, I'm going to post on social media, get out there, run these, and make that work for me. Because you should always be posting on social media. If you're not posting on social media, then you're just missing all sorts of opportunities. You're missing all sorts of opportunities that you can that will engage to engage people with. Um, Actually, I'm talking with my social media manager, chatting with her, trying to get her to post one of our new posts. We got a new team member who's just handling social media for us and our clients. She's killing it. She's great at it. Really got it nailed down. But let's say you're going into social media, you're running a group, you start doing live streams, you start doing short videos, you start posting on TikTok, all of this stuff. That is going to work. It's going to generate traffic. You're going to build an audience, but it's going to be a little bit slower because like to get the algorithms on your side, you've got to be consistent. You've got to constantly be out there. You have to have people commenting, which is always why I'm like, hey, come in, let me know where you're from. Little hidden secret. The more you guys comment, the more everybody comments, and um, they start engaging with like your posts. They start engaging with your videos. The more reach is going to happen. The platforms are going to look at it and go, oh, people like this, and so they'll start engaging with it. So a little tip is anytime you're live, anytime you're posting, give them a call to action. Like, what's the call to action? Hey, comment below and we'll X, we'll Y, we'll help you out. Let me know, give me some feedback. Things like that go a long way with boosting it. So you're running your social media, and that's going to be building your audience. Now, if you're running paid ads, and this is really where this is coming back from, is your paid strategies over here. So with your paid strategies, this is going to provide you really quick leads, meaning that people are going to start opting in. You're going to, like, your pipeline's going to start building. You're going to look at your list. It's going to be growing, and it should be pretty predictable after your first week or two. Your first week, it just like, it takes time for the platforms to understand your audience, to get to that point where they know exactly who you're looking for. So from here, what's going to happen is these people are not ready to marry you yet. We're going back to our whole dating scenario here. They're not ready to marry you. They have just now found out who you are. They've just started figuring out like what you do, what your offer is, who you are, how you operate, all of this stuff. So the key to this is, if you want to really optimize everything that you're doing, the two of these, grab too much here. Your organic and your paid side need to be working seamlessly together, meaning that now that somebody has opted in, they download your lead magnet. Now, this is the strategy. You want them to fall in love with you. To fall in love with you, they need to be engaging with you in real life, meaning you have got to figure out, how do I get them from being just a paid lead to getting them to the point that, sorry, my OCD is taking off on the design here. I'll leave it alone. I'm okay. So how do you get them, now that you've engaged with them, now that they've given you permission to talk? How do you really connect with them? How do you get them to fall in love with you, get them fall in love with your company, and trust you? How do you get them to know, like, and love you? Or what is it? Know, like, trust you, something like that. No, yeah. But anyway, the goal to this, the secret formula is, once you get them in here, you start engaging them here. And the way that you do that is, every time that you have a live stream, you throw it out in your group. Not your group, but you throw it out to your list, meaning that, like, as you have an active strategy for going live, you start weekly just saying, hey, I'm going live on Wednesday. Here's what we're talking about. Put your little thumbnail in there, and advertise and market to them. Communicate with them. Let them know what you're doing. If you have videos, if you have short videos that start blowing up, bombard your list. Now, with your Profit Lifter account, you've got like a nurture campaign that's just dripping on them every 5 days, which is good. That's not a bad thing, but it's just the foundation. On top of your foundation, you need to be finding reasons to target your group, because getting people, or to be targeting your list, getting people into your list is one thing. Turning your list into a moneymaker is a completely different animal. And so what you need to be looking at is, okay, I can drive traffic here, here, and here. And obviously you're still going to be getting traffic from what you're doing here. But how do you now engage your list in a way that gets them to really be active with you? And the goal to the streamlined approach, and over this last week, I've really started coining a phrase, and it's not anything you guys haven't heard, but I'm calling it the KISS method. But it's keep it simplified, and keep it streamlined and simplified, meaning that if you build one thing, if you do one thing, let's say you come out here, you're like, you know what, I'm going live, and you know that you're going to be investing an hour of your time plus all the setup, so you've got 2.5, 3 hours worth of research, putting together things, all of that. When you do that, use that. Use it not just for outreach, but use it for converting your list. Because the more that you are emailing your list, the more that you're going through this process, the more they're going to jump online, the more they're going to engage with you, the more they're going to like, love, and trust you. That's the formula. They're going to like, love, and trust you because they see you, and the more they see you, the more they hear from you, the more likely they are to buy from you, to keep engaging, to keep moving through the process, and work with it. So, with that being said, having live videos that go out every week is a great idea. But what we're going to do now is we're actually going to come over here and um, we're going to build a conversion, an organic conversion strategy. And the reason we're calling this organic is because conversion. Sorry, I forgot my words. The reason we're calling this organic is because you've already got the list, you've already got the people, you've already got the audience. But now what we want to do is we want to figure out how we can engage with them and work with them on a way that and get them to buy from you without you having to spend extra money on it, right? It's the whole goal. So the whole point of it is optimize what you do, pay for them over here, and then use your organic conversion strategies to be able to convert them. So with this strategy, the first thing we're going to want to do is you've got to seamlessly tie them into your social media strategy. Get them watching your posts, get them watching your videos. Anytime that you're releasing anything, engage your list. So we're going to move this one actually down here just so we can do this. So when we're looking at our SM strategies, the other things that you want to be thinking about is like we've got your group, like if you're running a group, if you're doing posts, if you're doing live streams, if you're doing short videos. The other thing that you should be looking at, that's not going to work. The other thing you should be looking at is YouTube. YouTube videos go a long way, meaning that YouTube, the reason that I love YouTube so much is because YouTube really turns into, it's not only good for immediate marketing, getting people to engage with you really quick right out of the gate, but it also has a shelf life on it, meaning, or it has almost an unlimited shelf life, meaning that like you can post a video, go in and optimize it, put in your keywords, and really tie it into what you're doing. And people will keep watching it. And the more they watch it, the more YouTube's going to recommend it, which is why like it's so annoying. It's so great from our side as entrepreneurs, because we can look at it and go, man, I can do one video and a year later it's still getting traffic. It's still producing results. It's terrible for the users because like I go in and search for things and I'm finding results from a year, 2 years, 5 years ago because it's got so much virality behind it and people are posting. So even though the content may not be up to date, the activity is people watching, people engaging. But YouTube is a great way because everybody will take like almost everybody, not every, but almost everybody will take time to watch YouTube. It's a familiar platform. But the other reason is because now when you're emailing them, you have a reason weekly to go in and go, hey, check out our new release on YouTube. It just launched today. Hey, here's what's happening in our group. Hey, check out this live stream. We covered some really cool things. So you can retroactively use your assets with this. The next strategy behind that, though, is what I've preached to you guys 1,000 times: your newsletters. Your newsletters are critical on top of a nurture campaign, because your newsletter, what it's doing is it's giving your list the most relevant and up-to-date information that you have. The reason I love newsletters is because like with a nurture campaign, it's static. Like it's just set, it's evergreen. It's going to be the same content going out to them every single person who comes through. Every single time it's the same thing, meaning that if you're doing a live event, if you're doing a promotion, if you're doing a live video, if you're doing a YouTube video, they're not going to know about it because all they're seeing is the drip messages that are coming through. The newsletter lets you give them the most relevant, up-to-date information, but it also is providing value. So your people in your list, it's going to encompass a lot, because let's just break this out so you can visualize this with me. So it's going to be relevant for your new leads that have not signed up for you. It's going to be relevant for um, it's going to be relevant for your clients or your customers that have already bought from you because they like to hear from you as well. It's going to be relevant to your affiliates because now they're going to see what you're doing. It's going to help entice them to send you more people. It's going to just help with everything that you're doing. And the newsletter is something you can send out to everybody in your list, not have to think twice about it, not have to worry about it. It just gives you that opportunity to really engage with what you're with everybody in your list in a relevant manner, working through all this. So again, you've got your list. You're building your list. You're running ads. You're doing search marketing. You're doing cold outreach. Your list is constantly building. Now you're engaging them on social media. You're getting them into your groups. You're posting. And now you're emailing them out, telling them about the things that you're doing inside of here. You don't have to go out and create new content though, guys. That's the beauty of this. You're already doing the work here. All you got to do is spend about 10-15 minutes up here piling in stuff in a newsletter template, and it's good to go. You don't have to stress about it. You don't have to worry about it. The content's right there. You can even hire VAs to do this because you've already got the content on the post. You've already got the content on your YouTube videos. It really just it ties everything in very smooth, very seamless into this. Now, this is great, but what's going to happen is this: as you really wrap into this process, as you really get moving with this, people are going to get used to seeing this. People who have seen you live, they'll be like, I don't like Keith. He's got bad hair sometimes, or whatever. And like they just kind of lose interest. They like the novelty of it wears off. They stop being as engaged. And so now we've got to look at what are other ways that we can start engaging our audience. This is where you have got to be incredibly strategic. And this is where I have actually a lot of fun. This is one of my favorite parts to do with marketing. But this is going to be monthly promos. And we're gonna hop into this because I want you guys to be thinking about like what kind of promos can we run? What can we do? What can I do that can engage people? So let's talk about these monthly promos because there's several ways that you can go about this. But I'm going to give you kind of my ideas and thoughts on some strategies with this. So with our monthly promos, let's think of it. Let's break it down and let's break it down this way. We're going to say discounts, events. What else can we do? What else can we do? Yeah, let's just leave it there. No need to have three if I can't think of three, right? So let's just break this down into discounts and events because these two categories are going to really spill out. So let's ask a question. And if you have ever done this, and if you have ever been a part of this, say yes. Have you ever bought something because of a Black Friday sale? If you have, put yes in the chat for me. I want to see if you guys actually shop on Black Friday because I know I do. I spend a ton of money on Black Friday and I'll save up and do all my Christmas shopping when the discounts are there. Oh, I see. Nobody has. All right, good. I'm the only person who shops on Black Friday. That's good. Okay, Brant does too. Good. Thanks, Brant. Glad you're participating. So discounts are going to be just like that. They're going to be Black Friday sales. You could do like oh, Chris, glad you're on here. Good to see you. You could do Christmas sales. What do we have Monday? Memorial Day sale. And when you're looking at this, guys, I want you to think about be thinking about your discounts. Brett, no, thanks, Brett. Glad you have my back there, sunshine. So on your discounts, I want you to be thinking about it's not always about reducing your costs, but it can also be about adding value. So the first thing is you can just say, okay, we're going to do a percentage discount or a flat fee of $200 or whatever, $200 off. Now let's take a little rabbit trail here before we jump into this. When you're thinking about discounts, if you look at this and you go, Keith, there's no way I can run a discount and make enough money if I run a sale, then you are not priced properly. Period. If you cannot discount your fees to be able to close a sale, to be able to create, to be able to run a promo, whatever, then you are not priced properly. Meaning that you need flexibility in your profit margins to be able to look at this and go, hey, yeah, I can afford to do 10% off. I can afford to do 20% off. If you do not have those margins built in, then revisit your pricing model, just hands down. If you and the reason is really simple. You're going to run into opportunities, and I had a conversation with one of you guys who's with me here. He was like, "Look, I got this person who wants to buy 2 different units. We've got all these different things going. How do I structure this?" When you price everything properly, you can go in and go, "Hey, look, I'm going to give you 25% off." And because they bought 2, now your profit margins go up. The amount of time you have to spend with them goes down because, like, instead of having to work with 2 different customers, going through all the conversations, the support side, you're only having to have this conversation one time, and you may work with them a little bit more, but it's considerably less than working with 2 different clients. But make sure that you've got your prices mapped out and your prices are structured in a way that you can offer a discount, that you can use promo codes, that you can do all that. If you don't, these discounts are they're gonna become redundant. It's going to make you hate them. Let's just call a spade a spade. So make sure that you're priced properly. The other thing that you can do is value adds. And I love Ty for this and Credit Suite for this because they are great at it, where they'll come up with all these different relationships that they can bring in to add value to what they're doing. So let's just throw this out for example. Let's say you get in and you're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to run this Black Friday sale. So my normal price for fundability is $29.97. It's $3,000. But wait, there's more. If you act now, I'll also get you access to the Profit Lifter system for just $97 a month additional. Now you've stacked in value. Now you're taking another company's core value, their loss leader, to be able to get leads, and you're integrating it into what you do. So it's giving that perceived value to the consumer that they're getting more for their money. And it's not only perceived value, it's legitimate value. Like if somebody comes in and they're getting your services or your products and they're getting another company's services and products, it just adds to what they're doing. So be thinking about, what are value adds? What can you do to add value to your core package, to beef it up, to put muscles behind it, to make it look good, to make it function the way it should? So be thinking about value adds. So when you're looking at the discount model, you want to be thinking about and very honestly, well, I'll show you the strategy here. Next, we're going to look at events. Now, when you start going down the path of looking at event marketing is going to have a different feel to it altogether, because this is actually going to take time. Discounts, the time invested for running a discount is pretty nominal. Like you can use all your existing funnels. You can use everything there and just offer them a discount code and just get them in, get the sales in, and just move on. Events are going to take planning. So these are going to definitely be labor intensive. Laborious? I don't know. Let's just call it work. You're going to have to work on these events, meaning that it's not going to just naturally come. It's not going to be like discounts. People are going to go, oh, 20% off. I've been waiting. Let's go ahead and buy it. It's not just like getting in and adjusting a funnel. You have to be thinking through, like, what am I doing? How much time am I spending with them? Some of the events that you can look at, some ideas. One of the quicker and easier ones is going to be a webinar. Having a webinar, be bombarding your list like, hey, we're doing this exclusive webinar on this topic. I'm going to be live with you for 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is. So doing a webinar works great. Some of the other things that I would look at for event marketing is challenges. If you're in the business credit space, I'm sure you've seen people come out and do like business credit challenges, do all these different things. That's the same thing. They promote it for a month, and they do one a month. And the reason this is so effective is because now you've got several different things that you're bombarding them with. Now, on that note, I would not do a monthly promo of a discount and a webinar at the same time. It's confusing. There's too much going on, too many emails going out to your list. It becomes cumbersome. So what you want to do is set up a strategy that will limit the amount of work that you're doing and how you're able to engage with them. So with this, you may look at events. So we got webinars, we've got challenges. What are some other things that you can do from an event? My brain just froze up. Let's just call it a live event. Let's say you're speaking live at a company, or you're speaking live at a community center where you're actually doing something in person. With these live events, I've some of them that I've done that work really well. Happy hours go wonderfully. Like if you just go out and go, hey, we're doing a happy hour, register here, and we'll buy your first drink for you. So you're having to spend a little bit of money to get people in, but they're showing up where you can shake their hand. Obviously, that's going to be a local thing. That's not going to be something you can do nationally. But for your local audiences and for your affiliates especially, this it explodes, because your local affiliates are going to love this. They're going to show up. It's a networking opportunity. It's good things that you could do. It works great. But you can also just do like public speaking events, things like that. Just all sorts of different things that you can do with the live events, challenges. So let's look at this now, because like we're just brain dumping a bunch of different ideas, a bunch of different strategies. The way that you make this work without killing yourself is this. You want to be doing, you really want to be focused on doing events. You want to do these quarterly, meaning that one time every 3 months, you're going to be doing a bigger event. This is going to give you time to put it together. This is going to give you time to drive traffic. This is going to be going to give you time to engage your audience, to engage your list, to put it to make it something where they're gonna be able to come in, or they're gonna be able to know about it. You're gonna have time to prepare it, make sure you've got everything in order. And like when you start getting into the challenges, there's a lot you could do. You could do a 1-day challenge. You could do a 3-day challenge. Like there's all sorts of different ways that you can structure all this. So the other side is now you've got 2 other things that you need to fill in here for the rest of the quarter, because remember, a quarter is only 3 months. So from here, this is where we're going to be looking at discounts. And I actually just thought about something else while we're here. This is going to be, we're going to create this as an event. Next one, just backtracking a little bit, is going to be product releases. I love product releases because it gives people who have already told you no an opportunity to come back and say yes. So with a product release, you may be like, hey, Keith, I'm selling Fundability. I don't have a lot of other products. I'm going to say you're wrong. You've got a whole entire library. You've got a giant library full of assets that you could resell, meaning that you could go, it doesn't, and now when I say product release, this doesn't have to be oh, we just have all this new software and look at this, and it's not going to cost you millions of dollars. It could be an ebook. It could be a lead magnet that you're getting ready to launch ads for. It could be a course that you put together. It could be a live video that does really well that you just kind of slice up and put into your membership site. It could be the membership site. There's all sorts of opportunities for this that make it great. It doesn't have to be your core product, but it could also be a core product enhancement, meaning that like if you add a value proposition to your core offering, meaning that like you say, hey, if you sign up, I'm also a business coach. I'm going to include coaching in here for you. These are how you get people to come back, is because now you're giving them something else to look at that you didn't have to offer before. So if we're looking at this, let's say, okay, the first thing I would do is just sit down here and just brainstorm and brain dump like all of the different discounts, all the different types of promos that you can have, that you can be engaging people with. And again, it turns into this little algorithm within your business, because now you're looking at it going, you know what, Black Friday, I'm going to do a discount sale. Like that makes sense. That's the expectation with Black Friday. But for a Memorial Day sale, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do a value add. I'm going to grab this affiliate, and I'm going to add this to what I'm offering, and I'm going to work through that process. So it kind of turns into this little strategy of grabbing what you can and then diversifying what you're doing. Because if you run the same thing over and over and over again, one, your list is going to get bored with you, and two, everybody that you're targeting with paid ads and all that strategy is also, they're going to be like, I've seen this 100 times, I'm not interested in this. So you've got to be thinking about like different ways that you can engage people, different ways that you can do it. So that's the other side of this, is now you're looking at this going, okay, we're going to do discounts, and Memorial Day is Friday, let's do a Memorial Day sale. And now you just sit down and you just duplicate this over and over and over. And now when you sit down, you've got an entire year's worth of marketing strategies that you can start mapping out now, so that you can, like, as you and your team start working through stuff, you can go, hey, we're going to do this event, and then we're going to run this discount afterwards, and then we're going to have this value add. We're going to do this value add discount promo that we're going to do. And from there, now you start to create this formula. And not only that, but like doing it this way will let you look back on it, and you can sit down at the end of the year and go, okay, what was our best performing discount ad? Our discount promo? What was our best performing event that we put on? Which one made us the most money? Which got the most people in? And how can we incorporate that again? Now, the other thing that you have to be careful of with this is that, like, once you do one event, if you do that same event over and over again, your first results are always going to be your best ones. And the reason your first one's going to work is because of the novelty of it. It's brand new. Your list hasn't heard about it. Your audience hasn't heard about it. This is something that's just happening that's happening for the first time. So they're going to you're going to get a high opt-in. If you do the same event over and over again, though, people who have been to the previous ones are not going to show up again, because they're like, I've already heard it. I've already been there. I don't need to waste my time. I don't need to show up to a challenge because I've already been through it. So you want to be looking at this thinking, how do I structure this? How do I think through and come up with a way that now I have a monthly reason to engage with people on a promo? So, that's just kind of the brain dump. Let's just take a step back and look at our strategy overall. So you have a paid strategy, and let's say you start with social media. And I told you the reason that I would start with social media, and then I forgot to mention it, but the reason I would start with social media is because it actually impacts all of these down here as well. Meaning that when people find your ad, they're going to look at your page, they're going to see your groups. They're a lot more likely, if they find you on social media, to look you up on social media, meaning that you have a chance to kind of grab them and put them in your audience and really engage your audience from there. So you're running this, you get them, you run ads, you get them to opt in, you talk to them, you do your voice drops, you do all that, you have your drip campaign going. Again, the whole goal here is to get them to fall in love with you, love, like, trust you. So once you've done that, now you start getting them into your social media. You start driving newsletters. You start sending out newsletters to them every week about your live streams that you've done, about the posts that you've done, about your YouTube videos that you created. All this stuff that you're doing, now you have a reason to recycle it, regurgitate it, throw it out to your list, and really drive these people who are sitting there in an email campaign over into your active marketing, the things that you're doing. Then you start having your monthly promo that you can start emailing them, you can start dripping them, you can start texting them, even having setters or having AI call bots that are reaching out saying, hey, we've got a Black Friday sale coming up. Make sure you check it out. Here's the link. Go look at it. Like, you can, now you're starting to engage them with other things, promotions, It's not just hey, here's all the content we're putting together. You're going, hey, here's the content that I'm putting together for you, and here's some fun ways to help you achieve X goal. And then having a strategy that keeps them coming back, that keeps them engaging with you. Give them a reason to come back and look at you. If you don't give them a new reason to look at you, they're never going to come back. If you don't have anything new to offer, if you don't have anything updated that's going to get them to come in, then they're not going to come in. The challenge to this, though, is figuring out what it is that you're going to bring them back. But that's where at GPT that goes just will blow your mind on this, where you can sit down. Let me just show you. Let's just play with this real quick. We still have a little bit of time here. So let's say you get into Chat GPT and you go, what is a list of holidays that I can run promos for my business advertising? And from here, it's going to kick you out this big long list. New Year's, Martin Luther King Day, Valentine's Day, President's Day, St. Patrick's Day. Like you can see, like there's something every single month that you can capitalize on. And that's the point of this, is now you can come in and, like, if you're a sports ball guy, you can go, oh, we're going to do a Super Bowl Sunday promo. Hey, come hang out with us and do this. National Pizza Day. Hey, order today and we'll order you a pizza from Pizza Hut. Like there's all sorts of things that you could do with this. Christmas, Hanukkah, Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday, the day after Black Friday, Small Business Saturday for business loans, business credit, things like that. This is a big one because you are, one, most of you guys are a small business, but two, you can now reach out to other small businesses that are running sales. Black Friday, Thanksgiving, Veterans Day. Veterans Day actually works great if you want to do a discount, because you can limit the number of people that are coming in, meaning that you can go, hey, this is for military only. I love you. I appreciate you. Here's a discount. Let's help you grow your business. Let's help you accomplish your goals with this. Halloween, you can have fun with that. Labor Day, back to school discounts sometimes do really well. 4th of July, Father's Day. June's kind of dry, but that's all right. May, you've got Mother's Day. So you can see, just by running a simple search, it already gets, like, I just look at this, my brain starts going, oh yeah, we could do a New Year, New Goals promo. And like, if I was looking at New Year's, what I would do is I would actually come in and go, all right, New Year's, I'm going to do a kind of a hybrid between an event and a discount, where we're going to I'm going to say, hey, look, I'm going to do an exclusive webinar for you for New Year's. We're going to be talking about setting your goals, how to finance your goals, how to achieve them with these products, with this service, whatever. And then from there, now you can offer a discount on top of that of saying, hey, by the way, if you attend this event, I'm going to give you this value add. I'm going to give you this. So think about this, like this, with AI at your fingertips, there's just countless opportunities of what you can do. So be thinking about like all the different ways. And guys, next week, if you want me to really start mapping out a full marketing strategy and calendar with you, drop me a yes in the chat. If you want next week during well, I'm not going to be live Monday, but Tuesday I'll do this exclusively in the group for you guys on Tuesday. If you want to join, if you want that, type yes in the chat, and then next week I can sit down and help you map out an entire strategy with promos, coming up with monthly promos, coming up with even content, how to wrap around your organic contact around that brand. Absolutely yes. Well, just because Brant said it, we're going to do it. So that's a fun goal. So okay, Will said yes too. All right. I got two of you. That's good enough for me. So we'll plan on doing that next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, Dan. Hey Dan, good to see you. Glad you made it on today. So next Tuesday, this right after Memorial Day, we'll go live and we'll just map out a content strategy for you. I'll give you a content strategy for the year, show you what it looks like, and then I'll make it something shareable that you can go in and replicate, so that way you can have a strategy to sit down with your team and go, hey, here's what we're doing. I will need to watch a replay after that. That's okay, Chris. Everything that we do on here, Christopher, is stays up for life except for one video. I had one video I took down because I didn't like how I did on it. But most of the time, these will always stay up, and we'll go through that. And again, Tuesday will just be exclusive in the group. It's not going to be live for everybody to see, so we can really dig in and share all the secrets with you. So let's plan on doing that on Tuesday. I love that idea. We'll get you guys rocking and rolling in there. So hopefully guys, this got you thinking about like your lead generation strategies. Like, what are you doing? How are you going to go about it? What are some different ways to engage people? Because again, just getting leads is not enough. Getting leads is only one part of the process. Converting your leads into clients, that's where your money is. And being able to get them engaged, be able to get them to raise their hands, schedule appointments with you, buy from you instantly. All that happens with everything that we've covered today. The more they see you, the more that they're engaged with you, the more they can see what you're doing, and the more you give them opportunities to visit you, the more successful you're going to be in converting people through your campaign. Brant says, when you're first launching, no sales, testing things, what should a budget for ad spend? I would start. I wouldn't go below $10 a day. $10 a day is about $300 a month. So you always want to start low, so that the platforms, well, I don't know why that skipped my brain. So that the platforms can figure out who your audience is. But really, it starts taking, especially like on the social media side, social media really starts taking off after about a week or 2 weeks, because people start going in, they start clicking, they start liking your post, they start commenting on it, they'll start sharing it. When that happens, the virality of it starts kicking up, and you start getting organic engagements even on your paid ads, because it's starting to show it to other people that are related to that. So yeah, start small, scale up, because the other side, like when you're running paid ads, there's kind of a breaking point with it, and it's this weird anomaly that Jen and I were talking about last night, where you start running ads and it gets to a point where you up your ad budget enough and they just start kind of suppressing you. And I don't know why. Like, it may have something to do with like a ratio of your audience and ad spend, but it gets to a certain point where, like, what you'll find is when you start running ads, it will go great. It'll get up there, it'll come back down, it'll start going back up, but then it's going to plateau at some point, and it may even dip down. But that's where, like, having your monthly promos, things like that, having different product releases, and just trying different ad campaigns and split testing, and having different types of having different lead magnets will do well. And as an added bonus, like if you create a new lead magnet, you want to run ads to it, do a product release with it. Turn it into one of your monthly promos. What platform should I start with? Facebook. Facebook is the easiest. It's the easiest. It gets you the best results, and again, it has that impact on other sides as well. Meaning that like, as they're coming in, they're gonna start engaging. They're gonna like start liking your pages, like your posts. It gives you the opportunity to connect them into your audience in a deeper level with that. Any other questions? This is supposed to be an Ask Me Anything, but you guys were a little quiet on me today. So if you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know. I got a couple minutes before I have to hop off of here and go out and make some cool stuff for you guys. Bueller, anyone? All right, great. I guess I just did so great that you guys don't have any other questions. All right, I'm gonna wrap up for today. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. You guys make this awesome. You make it a lot of fun. Are you on? Is this the main way to connect? No, Brant. I honestly, I kind of slack off on watching all my comments and stuff on social media. I'm training my new social media lady to handle that. But the best way is actually email. For me, is email, or even the Profit Lifter, texting us at Profit Lifter and chatting there, or inside of our Facebook group. Like, I'm very active inside of the Facebook group. I try to watch what's going on there multiple times throughout the day. So that's a good way to connect as well. So all right, well, we will see you guys on Tuesday. Have an amazing Memorial Day weekend. Hope you get some time at the lake. Hope you get some pool time. And you guys are awesome. We'll see you Tuesday as we start mapping out our content strategy for the year. and giving you 12 months worth of promos and newsletter content to be able to get you guys in here. You guys are all awesome. Let me actually, before I hop off of here, just so we have it, let me just share the link for those of you guys on YouTube and some of the other platforms that you can join the Profit Lifter group. So, all right, you guys are awesome. Have yourself an amazing weekend, and we will see you on Tuesday.